Alright, today is a chapter review, so it's extremely important that if you have stuff that you're not understanding, that you make sure to ask the questions, or ask good questions. So, the first thing is just a vocabulary word. The blank states that multiplying a sum by a number is the same as multiplying each addend in the sum by the number and then adding the products. So like this. Okay, if I were to do that, and then this, that might give you a hint as to what it is. Okay, because this is like 5 times 50, because that's in my tens place, plus 5 times 5. That would be an example of this word. It's the distributive property. Okay, so the next one. Complete the sentence. 7,000 is 10 times as much as this, so that means this number is 10 times bigger than this number. And if it's 10 times, we just have to take a 0 off. So 7,000 is 10 times as much as 700. The next one, 50 is 1/10 of this number, so this is smaller than this number. 1/10 means adding a 0, so 50 is 1/10 of 500. Yeah. If you were to be 1/10 smaller than this, you would be 50. Okay. The next one is dealing with the properties again. Complete the equation and tell which property you used. Well, I see a 4. Oh, I see a times and a plus sign. Okay, so that's, and look at, I have a times 14. So when you have mixed operations like this, it's always going to be the distributive property. Okay, because what I'm doing is I'm doing 4 times 12 plus 4 times 14. So I'm distributing it. Okay, anytime you have mixed operations like a times and a plus sign, that property is always going to be the distributive property. The next one, 45 plus 16 is equal to 16 plus 45. All I did was change the order, and changing the order is the commutative property. Alright, find the value. 10 to the second power. 10 times 10, 100. 3 times 10 to the fourth, 3 with 4 zeros. 30,000. 8 times 10 to the third, 8 with 3 zeros. 8,000. Okay, estimate. Then find the product. So this is about 600 times 6, so 600 times 6 is 36,000, because 6 times 6 is 36, and 2 zeros. Let's just do all my estimates first. 7,316 would be about 7,000 times 9. 7 times 9 is 63, and then 3 zeros. Let's estimate this one. 436 times 32. Okay, this is about 400 times 30. 4 times 3 is 12, and I have 1, 2, 3 zeros. So about 12,000. Now let's find the product. Okay. 6 times 9 is 54. I put my 4 down. I regroup my 5. 6 times 7, 42, plus 5 more, 47. 6 times 5, 30, plus 4 more, 34. That's close to my estimate, so I'm probably right. Next one, 6 times 9, 54. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 5 more is 14. 9 times 3, 27, 28. Put my 8 down, regroup my 2. 9 times 7, 63, 64, 65. 65,000. It's close to 63,000. My next one. This one is the trickiest. We're going to start with multiplying 2 times everything. So really we're thinking 436 times 2. 6 times 2 is 12. Put my 2 down, regroup. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 more is 7. 2 times 4 is 8. Now I'm done with my 2. Now I'm going to take 3 times everything, but it's not 3, it's 30, so put your 0 down to hold that place value spot. And then 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 3, 9, plus 1 more is 10. And 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 more is 13. Now I add it all up. 14,952. And yeah, I rounded this down and I rounded this down, so that would be bigger than my estimate. But my estimate is at least in the 10,000s place still. Alright, the next problems is turning a division problem using the distributive property into a multiplication problem. So 3 times something plus 3 times something equals 54. Well, 3 times 10 is 30, and I would need 24 more, so 3 times 8 is 24. Final answer, 18. Okay, for 90, 5 times something plus 5 times something equals 90. Well, 5 times 10 is 50. I need 40 more to equal 90, so 5 times 8 is 90. Or sorry, 5 times 8 is 40, so final answer, 18. Okay, my next one, 6 times something plus 6 times something equals 96. Well, 6 times 10 is 60. I would need 36 more to get to that 96, so 6 times 6 is 36. Final answer, 16. Okay, the last one's evaluate the numerical expression. We have to do it in order of operations, so parentheses are always first. This is 15, so then you have 42 minus 15. If you can't do that in your head, you would stack it up, and you'd get 27. Final answer. Following the order of operations, I subtract first. I get 18. I rewrite my problem, because now I still have to follow the order of operations. I can't add first, I have to divide first. 18 divided by 6 is 3, and 15 plus 3 is 18. Final answer. And my next one, here's my brackets. I'm going to do everything in the brackets first, and the last thing I'm going to do is times by 6, because my brackets are kind of like parentheses. I do them first. 7 times 5 is 35, minus 7 plus 8. 7 plus 8 is 15. Now that was in brackets, so I have to do that first. 35 minus 15 is 20. And 6 times 20 equals 120. Final answer. If you have questions, now is the time to raise your hand. If not, follow the instructions on the board.